game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right, it's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin probably, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISOT down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your girl BondyBlue and I'm back. I'm bagging in black and I'm black. Is everybody hearing me? I'm about to come on camera in a second. I want to remind everybody about my show in Dallas. Child, it's next week. It's fast approaching, child. I'm scared. I really have to commit my monologue down to memory. But either way, come and see me. July 21st. Okay, get your tickets. womenofcandor.eventbrite.com. I'll be in the Dallas area. The show is around 7:30 at night. You know what I'm saying? 7:30. So I hope to see you guys there. Those of you who have gotten tickets already, thank you so much. Listen, I'm about to change the ads in a minute. So don't y'all, just in enough time. Okay. I gotta come up with some new ones. So that'll be happening soon as well. But either way, y'all, make sure y'all come out to the show in Dallas if y'all can. All right. So we're here for Basketball Wives. Not Real Housewives, child. Basketball Wives. That's what we're here for, girl. Listen. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. But we're bored. So let's do it. Okay. All right, we're bored, so let's do it. Damn, it's darker than I thought. Hold up, y'all. Child, if it don't rain every day here, every damn day it's raining, okay? Every damn day. Beetles flying all over the place, y'all. I had a beetle on my arm. I almost flipped out. Oh, Lord, pray for me. I didn't even realize you didn't do that this week. Yeah, I know, because don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. That's why. But you know what? I needed to come to y'all with the bullshit. So here we are. All right. So let's go ahead and get into my notes. And then maybe we'll discuss some things that I'm seeing on social media all in one, as to not have to do multiple videos. Okay. Because there are some things that people sent me. So I feel like we can talk about it. But let's just go ahead and get into Basketball Wives without any further ado, girl, because I got shit to do today. Okay. So on Basketball Wives, it was episode 9 and 10. So on episode 9, all hell was breaking loose because the sisters was getting into it with the other girls, Duffy and Brooks specifically, throwing shit. And Brandy ends up getting hit in the side of the head by a bottle that Noria threw. And I was like, oh, isn't this precarious for the sister that seems to be the most turned down to do the absolute most in conflict? Okay, do you see her throwing bottles? I said, bitch, not throwing bottles. Not throwing. That is so season 7. Girl, not even season 7, season 4 or 5. Child, listen, I don't know. Even that's so early 2000s, bitch. Okay, that's hoop earrings with the balls on the bottom. Like I don't know why we're throwing bottles at this age. You know what I'm saying? At this very very big age. So it just kind of made me feel like a couple of things. The twins want so badly to have a moment, want to be seen, want to be on a show, but they were gonna get played like the soybean burger bitches that they are. Like, no disrespect, but y'all were going to get played out the way y'all played OG out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all played those high school girl games, and now y'all are being subject to those high school girl games. Like, y'all was ready to fall in line with the clique last season. Now that the clique ain't feeling you, now it's the issue that these hoes got a clique. Is that correct, Nia and Noria? Okay, girl, that's fine. Let's move on into the notes. Brooke says that she shouldn't act like a child when she's being antagonized because Brooke started it all off, real nigga shit. Duffy threw a paper plate. It wasn't even that serious. But see, when Brooke came from behind throwing drinks, it no matter whether it was a plastic cup or not, you started throwing drinks. And y'all know how hoes get down once water and fluids and alcohol have, been splashed on them. Now these hoes are upset. Now they want to tussle. Okay, but I don't like the fact that she was like, oh, I was antagonized. Girl, wasn't nobody even talking to you. Wasn't nobody even looking at you. You wasn't even in the purview, girl. We was all the way over here with Duffy. We was all the way over here with Duffy, and you were all the way over there. You were all the way over there, back there somewhere. And then you came with a splash talking about you were being antagonized. Girl, go to bed. Malaysia says that she froze. I'm like, Malaysia, you threw a table. Are we trying to change our image? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening, Malaysia? Girl, don't make me start calling y'all by y'all governments, LaQuisha and Mashandria. Okay. Anyway, so Duffy is tearing up, because I really wanted this to be a good time. I didn't want this to be like this. I'm like, bitches is crying on cue. You hoes is acting. Oh my God. People ain't got acting classes on their time off. Look at you guys. Brandy goes down to the ambulance, probably the only real moment of the whole fucking episode, to get checked out and make sure her vitals were okay. Malaysia wants to go and check on the sisters because she remembers what it was like being the odd girl out. You remember All the Way season 1 of LA, where they escorted her ass out the restaurant excuse me, after she punched Lori. Was it Gloria or Laura? It was Laura. She punched Laura Govan in the face. I remember that. That was such a good moment. But yeah, no, I kind of felt like they have each other. You are alone. It's not the same. Jackie and Malaysia FaceTime Nia and Noria, and she feels like what happened was unfortunate, but she doesn't know what Brooke's issue is. Like, bitch, you coming at us. We don't have no issue with you. You know what I'm saying? Noria wishes that she would have walked away. She says that's not her character. Listen, I hate when people do that. Don't do that. That's not my character. Listen, I'm gonna like to let y'all know right now. You come at me sideways, you may get something you ain't expect. Okay? That's a part of my character. It's a part of my character to defend myself at the level of which I feel the need to defend myself. Depending on when someone, how you come at me, I'm gonna act accordingly. Whatever that looks like for me. So acting out of character, that's bullshit for me. And then that's bullshit because you're on Basketball Wives. You're acting out of character, my girl. The fact that y'all like to pretend as if this show is actually about a sisterhood instead of a ratchet reality show where a whole bunch of old ass women fight over niggas. Like, that's what this originally started out as. And y'all may not be fighting over niggas anymore, but y'all are still fighting. Y'all still here, apparently still strong. Okay, so I don't want everybody to get into this false pretense that this show was supposed to be about some positive sisterhood amongst women who have to deal with the side chicks and all that. You know why? Because that's bullshit. You hoes would have been side chicks if these niggas hadn't wiped y'all. It's not always because y'all are so different from the rest. It's just because you're the nigga's preference and you're the one he decided to be with. But he has a plethora of bitches to choose from when they play in the NBA. And y'all act like y'all was really so special while getting dogged out with these same bitches that you feel like you're better than. Instead of viewing it for what it really is, which is you playing your position and trying to make sure these niggas wear condoms when they go out here trying to act like they Wilt Chamberlain or somebody. Okay? We're going to get to Brandy and Jason, girl. Thank you, Angela, for the super chat. Sorry, off topic. Where do you get your headbands? This one is from Amazon. Brooke apologizes to the group for throwing a drink. She needs to dig a little deeper. I'm like, you think? Jen wants them to promise to be better than they were today. And everybody's like, yes, agreed. British says that when she heard Malaysia talking to Brandy about not wanting to unload on her, she just feels like you can't keep things from your friends. That's what they're there for. And Malaysia was like, no. And you know why? Because I feel like it was the opposite. I think Brandy was constantly unloading about about Jason onto Malaysia. And I think at some point, Malaysia got tired of dealing with that shit in her own relationship. You think I want to still keep hearing you complaining about Jason's ass every fucking day? Girl, I'm tired. I'm tired. You may not be tired, but truth is, I'm tired. I don't want to hear it anymore. Okay? So I feel like Malaysia is like, no, bitch, I don't always have to be a dumping ground for everybody's emotions. No, I don't. And I agreed with her on that. British is still very immature. I thought I was going to like British because, she had been doing things that made me feel like, okay, British. But no, British. No, even though I can understand where you're coming from, I feel like you have a lot of like angst and aggression with the way you express yourself. And I really feel like that's about you yourself and that nigga that you let put a baby in you after he had been dogging you out for all those years. Okay. British says it's your job, you know what I'm saying, as a sister to communicate. It's not always just about you. And I just kind of feel like Brandy taught Malaysia how to treat her. So if everybody wants to feel defensive of Brandy because they feel like Malaysia wasn't a good enough friend, they need to check Brandy's ass about allowing it and not taking it on as their personal beef. Because British is acting towards Malaysia as if Malaysia has done something to her. And I just haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it happen to you yet. So I don't know why you're the most annoyed person in the room. As the person that normally likes to say what people are thinking, I get it. But I also feel like I'm not creating beef with a bitch when it ain't got nothing to do with me. Like, I'm not. Like, at this big age, bitch, I'm not doing that. Like, if y'all want to be around here with the bullshit, please, by all means, be around here with the bullshit. I don't care. You like it, I love it. At this big age. Brandy is very angry. British is very angry. They eat off of each other's anger, I'm guessing. So this is a depiction of what happens when women think they can stick it out with these niggas playing these men's game. Meaning I'm going to sit here and just deal with this mistreatment. I'm never going to find me somebody else. I'm always going to be sitting waiting for him to do better and be better. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play my position. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to fight and I'm going to cry and I'm going to have their kid and I'm going to be there for them and they're going to stalk me and they're going to, try to get back with me and then they're going to slut shame me and then I'm going to feel bad about it and then I'm going to think maybe I should go back with them even though this person has shown me in every way, shape, and form that they don't have the capacity to be in a mature relationship with anybody. I'm still going to think about all these years and the children we have together. And so I'm going to stay with him. And then I'm going to get bitter. And I'm going to act like a bitch to everybody else in my life except for him. Yeah. This is what happens, you guys. You know what I'm saying? You got to change your mindset about these things or leave these niggas. One or the other. But if you're going to let it eat you from the inside out, we're just going to have to call you out for being, bitter, even while having a nigga. Because that's what it comes off as. Brandy is holding that anger in for her slore. I know, girl, I know. You know, I know. So, then Brandy does what she's been known to do, which is throw out there that she had a health scare so that Malaysia can feel sorry for her. Malaysia says, you know, they will have their moment, but without force, meaning without other people trying to force conversations between them, British. Okay. But then Jen forces a group hug. I didn't even pay attention to it, girl. The girls want to have a basketball game, and British and Brooke don't want the sisters there because they threw a bottle and there's a pregnant woman there. And I was just like, Brooke, you started the fight. You threw the first drink. If they shouldn't be there, you shouldn't be there either. Like, this is the thing that aggravates me. Everybody is going to see the sisters as the antagonists in the situation, but please pay attention to every time something has happened with the sisters, Brooke has been the person to facilitate it. Meaning that she's the one that brought up the text message or the story, whatever the fuck. She brought that up. Nobody else was paying attention to that but her. And then she was the first person to throw a drink when the fight happened and then made the fight worse. But somehow, it's Nia and Noria that are the issue. Yeah, that's the thing we don't like about Basketball Wives. There's no like spreading of the accountability. Not really. You can apologize to the group, but then y'all are still going to treat the sisters as if they're so much worse. I don't like them either. But I feel like you shouldn't have had them around from the beginning instead of trying to antagonize them into a fucking fight. And then when they handle it the way they handle it, which is ignorant as fuck, not everybody wants to act like they're so, you know, beneath them and they're worse. Like, yeah, y'all do that a lot. Y'all, yes, they did the same thing with OG, which is why I don't really care about the sisters. But the point is the point. Like, the truth of the situation is the truth of the situation. Okay? And at the end of the day, Angel's pregnant ass shouldn't have signed on to come on to this show. It is very annoying for me for everybody to have to walk on pins and needles because Angel is a high-risk pregnancy, even though Angel knew she was a high-risk pregnancy when she signed up to be on this show, because Angel has been pregnant the entire time they've been taping. So I feel like, girl, what are you even talking about? I feel like you signed on knowing that you and Rockstar were going to be having a baby and that was going to be cute. But you really annoy me with your victimhood. Like, your man ain't shit. You like to be a victim in that. You want people to feel sorry for you. Then when people talk about it, you get upset. You're weird. You're weird. And then you put yourself in this situation to be stressed out with these do-nothing raggedy bitches. You know what I'm saying? That's no disrespect. It is. It is. I'm sorry. But I'm going to just have to say it that I feel like a lot of y'all are on this show because y'all didn't use the previous years to acquire enough wealth to not have to do this show. That's what it feels like. Okay? And then there are some of y'all that just like attention, like Duffy. Duffy wants to be in the it girl crowd. You can tell. Like, Duffy's one of those girls that, you know, I told y'all, goofy growing up, pretty, but tall and goofy, probably made fun of on some, you know, level, bullied in on some level, and wants to, you know, assert herself as queen bee of a clique. Like, that's what she wants to do. So that's what her position is on this show, is the one trying to assert herself, trying to become, you know, a lead of the group of the mean girls. And I think a lot of the old girls don't mind giving it to her because they're tired, so they just want to collect their check, so they don't want to assert their dominance in the group like that. Or they want to be cool with her, i.e. Brandy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, and then now Brandy and Duffy have known each other since they were kids. Y'all love springing facts on us that nobody knew. Like, I'm like, when did that happen? Did we know that already? Or did I forget because this show been off for so long? Girl, I don't know. All y'all annoy me in some respect. But let's go ahead back into my notes here. Malaysia got her kids, and they got a brand new house in that, you know, the old neighborhood that they lived in. The kids are going back to the schools they used to go to, getting back into, you know, they're coming back home to something. And that's putting Malaysia in a really good headspace. Yeah, real good headspace to go and do your job. Okay? To come and do this job. Okay, now you feel more equipped to come and be messy, don't you, bitch? Mm-hmm. So Duffy talks to Iman about her doing this record and saying that French agreed to do the album with her. So at least to do a song with her, whatever. So she doesn't want to stop DJing. Now, she may not be DJing as much because she's going to be in the studio, which doesn't require as much traveling. But she doesn't want to stop, working. She doesn't want to give up her career. And Iman is like, we had a conversation about this. I thought we both, wanted the same thing. And she was like, okay, so are you going to quit doing what you do? And he was like, well, no, but what I do doesn't take me away from y'all. You know what I'm saying? So his situation is different. But I'm going to just go ahead and tell y'all, I feel like Duffy and Iman created this problem in their relationship for our benefit, for a storyline. I think essentially it doesn't even make fucking sense for Iman to think that Duffy would slow down once getting on a reality show that helps promote what she already does. That doesn't even make sense. I feel like he always understood. He's just playing his role. He's doing what he's supposed to do. I'm supposed to act like, the closed-minded husband that got with a fucking DJ, and now I want her to sit down because we had a baby, even though she already has another child. But I want her to sit down with our baby and just be at the house all the time. That's what I want, even though that's not the person I married. That's what I want her to do. Yeah, I don't believe that. And then they're both in the entertainment industry in one respect or another. I feel like he knows who she is. She knows who she is. And it ain't never gave, I'm about to sit my ass in this house all day. It never gave that. All right. And I do understand, however, that if they did have that agreement and the pandemic happened, then you would be like, yeah, nah. I thought I wanted to do that, but I don't want to do that. Because I personally feel the same way. I feel like having to be in the house all the time made me feel like, no, bitch, you like being outside. Go outside. I've been having a ball. I don't want to catch anything. So I've been trying to be careful. But I've been going out way more than I used to, even pre-pandemic, because it felt like somebody was shutting life off. You know what I'm saying? No, they're not married. They're engaged, which is another reason why ain't nobody trying to hear from him what she should do with her career. They're not even married yet. That's another thing. I've talked about that in previous episodes. That's why I didn't feel the need to go that deep, into it. So yeah. When him and Brandy were on the Yanla show, he admitted he cheated with 100 women, and 9 times out of 10, he gave her HPV that led to her ovarian cancer. Ooh. I'm going to tell y'all, as somebody that has HPV and it has caused issues with my cervix, didn't know I had it, had no idea, hadn't shown up on any of my pap smears for a decade, and then showed up all of a sudden after the pandemic, after I think I caught COVID. I feel like that was not after the pandemic, but right around that time, I believe, is when it first started showing up. Had never, I go and get pap smears and all of that all the time, y'all. I am up on my health, had no idea. Okay, had no idea. I can probably tell you when I got it, you know what I'm saying? But it's probably, it's so in the past, it was before I got with my husband, everything. So I was just kind of like, wow. So to be with the person that did that to you, I would be very resentful. I honestly don't understand how Brandy is able to still be in a relationship with him at this point, because I feel like so much has happened. I forgot about that. I remember them on Iyanla, but so much shit be happening, y'all. I can't retain it all. Yeah, and sometimes it goes away. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? For me, I've had to have a whole bunch of procedures, and I have to have another one that got pushed back. It was supposed to be this week, and it got pushed back. Thank God, because I didn't want to do it. And I still don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it would be very infuriating to me to be with someone long-term like that who hurt me in that manner, had no reverence for my body whatsoever. And nobody's doing it on purpose, but it's still no reverence. You know what I'm saying? Dude, honestly, I will always put everything back to that one time was nigga took a condom off on me. I'll always go back to that. I'll always go back to somebody taking a condom off me and I didn't know. That shit. I will always go back to that, and never realizing how much of a violation that was until now, feeling like a lot of my issues probably came from that partner, because that partner was a hoe. More than anybody else I'd ever dated. And the only person that I was in a long-term relationship with, you know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody else you wear condoms with. This one person, I can remember that happening and feeling like, what the fuck was that? Like, you know what I'm saying? At the time, you don't realize it is what it is, you know? So I feel like that's a violation. And if he's the cause of that, Brandy is like still in a relationship trying to love somebody that caused detrimental damage to her body. That shit is, yeah, Brandy. I feel like you're gonna allow Jason to outlive you because you're gonna keep being a receptacle, and that's very sad. And that's why you try to assert all this dominance in your friendships. That's why you do all of this extra shit in your friendships and on the show, and probably just with people in general, because you have to get it out in some way. But you feel like you have to stay with Jason, like, or you want to be with Jason. Child, Jason's dick must be amazing, even though it was obviously not safe. Brandy put herself at risk for HPV. I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair for you to say that. They said husband slept with like 5. It was 100. It was like 100, 300. Yeah, 341 women. I thought it was 3, but now I'm sure it's well over 1,000. It doesn't even matter. Like, Brandy put her, like, I don't like that you said that. I'm sorry, stay hungry, but that sounds fucked up to me. Like, that's her husband. Okay. And at some point, and she been with him since high school. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, like, no, I don't like that. That doesn't feel good. That's like, oh, please take the responsibility off the man and make it 100% on her. Oh, she opened herself up to that. No, he opened her up to that with not being careful. Okay, like, you niggas can't wear condoms. Like, there are a whole bunch of dudes out here that hoe around. They don't have kids with everybody. You don't hear a lot about Drake is one of those people. I feel like the only time Drake got somebody pregnant was when Drake decided to have raw sex with somebody. Every other time, I bet you he been wrapping that shit up straight up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Puts his own condom on. I ain't using no condom. This bitch didn't put a hole in. I got enough condoms to where I'm switching them out. You hoes ain't catching me no type of way. They got people out here that actually are responsible with their dick a lot of the time. I'm not saying that's Drake. I'm just saying there are people who are. So I feel like, no, that's not on her. That's on him. Okay. Duffy talks to Amon about doing, we talked about that part. Hold up, what was I? Okay. Yeah, Brooke talks to her dad about getting into a petty argument with her mom that blew up. And she realized after Vegas, it's not healthy for her to continue acting this way. She and her mom are both stubborn. I know a lot of us, understand having issues with our moms and them not being able to receive criticism on the way they treat us or the way they dealt with us. It's very hard a lot of times for moms or parents, period, to hear their children say, hey, you kind of fucked me up a little bit when this happened, right? And I feel like y'all need to get over that. I'm going to just tell you, you are not perfect. You are not above reproach. As a parent, you got to know you fucked up at some points. And a part of helping your children deal with that is, as adults, being accountable and receiving the blame. And it doesn't have to eat you up. You don't have to carry it with you. But as a parent that was responsible for a child, you can hear what they have to say with care without feeling defensive. Okay. And I feel like that was kind of some of what Brooke was talking about. Brooke's brother was fine. But Brooke sat down with her dad first, and he says that they're holding grudges and it's not worth it. They're both stubborn and they need to move past it. But the dad also gave me the person that, I don't know, but like, I feel like a lot of times women will have all of this love and affection for their fathers, all this reverence for them over the mothers. And it's because the dads don't really be tapped in. Like, they're there, but they're not there all the time mentally. They're not present as much. So sometimes I feel like it's so much easier to be a dad because you're not expected to do as much. You really can just be in the house and make sure the bills are paid, and you don't have to do anything else as far as the rearing up and the everyday of a child, and making sure they know how to take care of themselves. Men really can take themselves out of that equation completely, as long as they are there paying bills. And I think when Brooke goes to talk to her dad, it kind of gave me the energy of, yeah, y'all just need to talk about that. I ain't even really paying attention. I ain't even making no eye contact with you. I'm looking over here. Yeah, y'all should talk about that. Yeah. Like, I don't know why, but like, that's what it gave me. You know what I'm saying? And then when she went to meet with her mom and her brother and her grandmom, you could tell they're present, they're in the moment. Even though she had beef with her mom, like, they made it seem like when her mom came in, she didn't speak to her. But as soon as Brooke started talking, her mom's attention was glued into her. You know what I'm saying? Her body turned in everything, which to me shows that you are intent on listening to your child. And also, she talked about how it was hard for her when they weren't speaking. And Brooke apologizes for being disrespectful to her mom. And her grandmom was there as well. And her grandmom was like there to make sure that they made it better. The grandmom is like very forceful, old lady sitting in the wheelchair, but kind of like, y'all gotta get over it. And I love that. But yeah, Brooke apologizes, and grandma says nothing should tear them away from each other to that point. And I agree. But parents, y'all got to make it a little bit easier for your adult children to be cool with you in that way. So, like, for one, and these are just things that I feel, because I feel like y'all, this is something I've noticed, not just my parents, but other parents, all of that. I just noticed amongst the parents in New Orleans, Black people, my age, our people, their generation, they do a lot of shit that kind of annoy me when it comes to like not understanding the difference between your child that becomes an adult and your child when they were a child. So, like, my mom allows me the space to talk the way I talk. Like, I can sit on the phone with my mom and be like, Maya, this bitch, da, 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 da. My mom is not going to be offended. I'm not cursing my mom, okay? But my mom recognizes that I'm a grown-ass woman. So how I am is not disrespectful to her. I'm just being, as a woman, the way I would with any woman, because I am no longer in a subservient position in her life, okay? That's not my position in her life. I'm her daughter, and I'm going to always respect her. And honestly, I take more of a parental role in her life at this point. You know what I'm saying? But of course, there's always respect from the bottom up when it comes to my relationship with my mom. But my mom always allowed for me to just be and be a person. So when I kind of see people, girl, you cursing around your mom? Yeah, bitch, I'm 34 years old. What am I not cursing for? This lady know who I am. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of that. And then also being open to hearing that your children have issues from their childhood. Things you don't know about, things that you facilitated, like I have friends who have had things happen and they can't even talk to their parents about it because their parents won't receive it. They'll deflect, they'll blame, they'll shift blame. They don't want to take responsibility, and it makes it hard for their children to even communicate or get off what's bothering them. So what you got to understand is that your children are not children, they're adults. And if you want a relationship with the adult that is your child, you're going to have to respect them as an adult and see them the way you see other adults. Y'all don't do that. Even when your children just try to tell you something, you see it as disrespect. And I feel like that has to stop. That has to stop. You have to recognize the graduation from someone being a child and someone being an adult now. The relationship has to change. And I think a lot of people don't understand that their relationships with their children have to change once their children become adults. People who feel like I'm still going to do for my child. I'm still going to, clean up after them. I'm still going, no. They're not a child. No, they're an adult. So everything that adults do for themselves, you should now allow them to do. There's nothing wrong with being there. Hey, mama like to cook anyway. She want to cook some food. Fine. But the idea that a grown person should be taken care of by a parent the way they were as a child is not healthy. It's not. So you have to stop seeing your adult children as still kids. When you look at them, they're not kids, they're grown-ass adults, and your behavior towards them has to change at some point in order for the relationship to be healthy in adulthood. But a lot of people don't like that. They don't want, they want their children to stay children in their eyes. Don't talk like that. Don't do this. Don't do. No. Child, listen, I've had to let my mom know a few times. Listen, do not police my emotions. Let me feel how I feel. I'm entitled to feel how I feel. It's not disrespect, but it's boundaries. Because growing up, my parents did a lot to try to control my emotions. Not teaching me how to control my emotions, but them trying to have control over how I feel or how I feel in a moment. No. I'm an adult. I got it. But I'm going to feel how I feel. And you're not going to be mad or anxious about me feeling that way. Stop it. Okay? But parents like to police their adult children's emotions, especially if those emotions are about a negative memory for the child. Like, y'all don't want to deal with that. And y'all have to get over that, because you have to realize that you have to be a space for your children to be safe regardless. So if you did something, be accepting of it. Try to understand it. Don't always try to be defensive. Don't always try to fight it. It doesn't mean you are a bad parent. Like you're gonna tell them ain't nobody perfect, because everybody loves saying that ain't nobody perfect. Understood. So if you understand that everyone is not perfect, you have to understand that people make mistakes, and you have to be able to be accountable for those mistakes in a healthy manner. It doesn't mean carry guilt with you every day of your life, but listen to your children. Apologies can be given. You can say, I'm sorry for not being what you needed me to be. You can say, I'm sorry that I didn't have the bandwidth. You can say, I'm sorry that I wasn't prepared. You can say, I'm sorry that I didn't know. You can apologize. And sometimes that is good enough for your grown-ass kids. Just the fact that you can hear them and then apologize for the mistake that you made. But a lot of y'all feel like y'all shouldn't have to apologize to your children because you took care of them. And that's not true. That's not true. Okay? It is what it is. They don't want to hear that, though. They don't. And that's why you have to get it off anyway. That's why you can't allow for your healing to be dependent upon your parents being able to receive their fault. You can't. Because a lot of them don't have the bandwidth. They don't, a lot of people stop growing in their mind. Like they get to a certain age and they like, I'm done. Nothing else. Well, that's sad. But, you can be in that cycle by yourself, but you're going to hear what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that Brooke and her mom were able to make up. But I hope it's a real thing, because honestly, Brooke gives me the type of person that would use her real issues on this show so she can make sure she had a good storyline. But also makes me feel like you won't ever do the work that's required to change your bad behavior. You'll recognize it, you'll know you're doing it, but you won't change it. You know what I'm saying? So Malaysia and Brandy meet up and talk about the fight and her getting hit upside the head with a bottle and how they don't need to be fighting each other. Malaysia asked if she's going to have another kid. She says she was thinking about, Brandy was thinking about adoption. Especially after Jason was talking about he wants another daughter. He wants a daughter. And I was just kind of like, I'm really like over men who don't take part in the everyday raising of their children, requesting more children. I see it on a whole bunch of these shows. Men who are not there on a day-to-day basis. They don't wipe noses. They don't fix food. They don't get kids dressed. They don't do baths. They don't, put them to bed. They might go in there and check on them, but they don't do the day-to-day. They don't deal with the crying and the having to, hey, stop. You know what I'm saying? They don't deal with that every day, all day with the children, but request more children. That shit is always bothersome to me. And I think he wants a daughter because they already have a son. So in his mind, it probably completes the picture for him. And then once he has the picture, it'll be something else that he wants because it's a hole he hasn't, fully filled yet. They're keeping him away
on purpose, if you ask me. Because if we see too closely, we'll see that probably not much has changed. But Brandy wants to act like things are so different between she and Jason, but yet you're still showing up in the same manner that you did all those years ago, holding on to resentment and anger for someone who's not in the room. Okay. Malaysia asks how she's doing, and they talk about not wanting to fight again. Brandy says Malaysia hasn't been the friend she needs, but they can be around each other and have a good time. British calls them about the basketball game. Don't none of them hoes know how to play basketball. Brandy and Brooke dominate that basketball game. I don't really care. It was Angel and British putting that on. They discuss how she and Malaysia meeting up and Kiki, and she doesn't trust Malaysia. They will never be friends like that. Okay. I just want to read through that so I can then come to y'all with the bullshit. Brandy, why do you think you're any different than Malaysia? Why do you think you're any different than Malaysia? I don't understand it. It's because these other girls are friends with you. Girl, fuck them. At the end of the day, you and Malaysia are very much alike, which is why y'all were friends for so long, in my opinion. I think you're energy vampire. I think you're disingenuous with the way you handled Malaysia in that sit down. Okay? Because Malaysia thinks y'all are good. And you going to everybody telling them that, yeah, I'm pretending that we good, but I don't really fuck with her like that. That's what Brandy did. Went to Duffy. If I wasn't talking to you, girl, I wouldn't say it, but we really not cool like that. I don't really trust her like that. Because nothing was going to be enough. Because you need more than a friendship can give at this age in your life, I think. I think Brandy is searching for something in everybody because it's something she can't get from her husband. And it's because it's something she can't get from him. It's something you can't get from anybody. Like, bitch, please go back to therapy and figure your shit out. You're way too codependent in your relationships. Thank you, Pumpernickel, for the super chat. Hey, Bondi, I had to have this conversation with my mother and family. No one is expecting perfection, but there has to be mutual respect for each other. Exactly. So don't think you can just say any old thing to your adult kids and then they're just supposed to eat it and swallow it and take. No, no, it's abuse. And I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you, but you're going to correct or we're not going to talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, either you're going to correct or we're not going to talk. I'm not doing that. And I don't care who you are. Brandy became an energy vampire because Jason sucked the energy out of her. Yes, that's what happens when you try to stay with a nigga that's using you and you ain't getting nothing in return but some dick that caused you HPV in a nice little apartment up in California. Okay? Brandy is toxic. Like, girl, if you don't trust somebody, don't be cool with them. Hello? And say that. Say that. Communicate that. Be honest with that off rip instead of lying to Malaysia and then going around to everybody else and telling them about it. And then you're acting like she's the one that's fucked up. And honestly, between the two of y'all, you the one that's fucked up, Brandy, in this scenario. Okay? Jennifer goes to see Elgin Charles because she's coming out with a new hairline. Because y'all know if the girls don't make money off their pussy, they got to find a way to make their money, girl. And she going to make it off this hair. The hair is beautiful. Raw Indian. She wants Elgin Charles to be there and give his stamp of approval when she has her release party. Then Brooke comes over and then she looks at the hair. It's real nice hair, girl. But it is very early 2000s because I'm like, are girls still getting sew-ins like that? I do miss a good sew-in. I'm going to tell y'all, I can't do it anymore because I refuse to grow my hair out long enough to do any of those things. And like, I just like being free and not having nothing on my neck. It's too hot. But your girl used to rock a good sew-in now. Okay, I used to go, shout out to Ashanti. Shout out to Ashanti at VIP Luxury Hair. Okay, shout out to her. Okay, she's a celebrity stylist now. Okay, but back then, girl, she used to do all my sew-ins for the most part. Okay, besides Tamika, shout out to Tamika. But they worked in the same shop at the time. And Ashanti used to roll, okay? Like, girl, when I had the bang and a real long, girl. When I say y'all, bitch, y'all wasn't fucking with me and my weaves back in the day. When me and Lyric first got together, 2010, I was wearing nothing but the good sewing, girl. Nothing but the good sewing, okay? The bestest of hairs. Do you hear me? Okay, I don't want to do it anymore. Like I remember the last time I got a sew in and I went to scratch my head and couldn't reach it, and I almost died. I said I can't reach it. I can't reach it. And then you somewhere in the back sticking a needle in you, scratching your scalp with something the size of a fucking needle. I'm not doing it anymore. I love getting in the shower and letting the water like rush over my head and all of that. And when I went and got my reading, okay, the lady said Queenly Conjure told me I need to get the bowl of water and then pour the shit over my head, which made me feel like you don't need nothing obstructing, you know what I'm saying, nothing over the scalp. Okay. Microlink, brainless sew-ins are the trend now. Ooh, microlink. Ooh, what's your girl who does it on social media? Meow, or one of the celebrity girls who does the microlinks, and she'll put your shit in the point. Her shit, I ain't gonna lie, gorgeous. If I ever had the thousands of dollars that it probably costs to get that shit, I will go and get it. Because I'm not doing, like, I have wigs. It's cute for the yang. I can't do it. Okay. Nothing that's gonna make me feel entrapped. Okay. What is the girl name on Instagram that's always doing the hair? That's gonna aggravate me. No. It's gonna aggravate me, y'all. I feel like it's I forgot Matawi. Yes. Was it Matawi? Yes. It's Matawi. Okay. Her. Yes. Okay, so y'all know. Okay, y'all know. Yes, I follow her. Oh my God, Francis, you're gonna be upset at me because I'm declining. Y'all, my friend is calling me right now. So I'm about to send her the link to this. That way, if there's something she can say that's not personal, she can say it in a live, girl. Hold up. Let me see if I can send her the link. It's not gonna let me send the link, y'all. Y'all like the video before we get back into the notes. Can y'all do me that favor? Like the video, please. Like the video. Copy. Let me send her this. Okay, hopefully she'll click on it. But yeah, so what else is going on, girl? Matawi. But yeah, I want Matawi to do mine. If I can get Matawi to do mine, yes. Okay, maybe one day I can grow my hair out just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And Matawi can get it done for me, girl. I'ma just definitely be out here. Thank you for liking. I appreciate y'all. Because y'all know when y'all like, it tells other people I'm on live. But yeah, y'all tell Matawi if at one point I can afford her, I'ma do her. I'ma come where she at. I'm gonna come to her salon and I'm gonna get my shit done, and I'm gonna be on there, and I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna make you hoes feel bad for a second, and I'm gonna take it back out and be bald again. But but I want to do it. But yeah, let's move on. Angel talks to her sister about her pregnancy fears. She's 3 weeks out and she has an iron transfusion every 48 hours because she has a deficiency. I also have an iron deficiency, so ooh, Lord, girl, things that worry me if I ever were to get pregnant. Angel thought the girls on Basketball Wives would be a peaceful sisterhood. Girl, who lied? They stress her out more than anything, so she's not going to be hanging around them for the rest of the season, I guess. That's fine. We don't care. Her sister tells her not to look up anything online. Good advice. Okay. Jackie is acting, you guys. Jackie spends the rest of this episode not being involved in any of the foolishness because she is doing headshots. She is doing a Christmas movie. She is being extra and trying to, work her way into Hollywood. And I was just kind of like, so Jackie, is this what you wanted to do when you were younger, when you were running behind Doug's ass, making sure he wasn't cheating on you? Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Ain't nothing perfect. And ain't nobody always happy. So I don't know if they're trying to show us that there are issues between Jackie and Doug, but I'm starting to feel like Jackie is pissed off at Doug. She's not saying it, but when she says that she's focusing on her acting career while he's doing college basketball, it's her turn now. I'm glad she feels that way because, it's never too late. And Jackie can definitely do like the BET Plus movies and, the shit that come on TV. Girl, yeah, we love to see Jackie playing a crazy stepmama in one of those roles or something like that. She would be perfect for that shit. Black Lifetime movies, crazy lady, character, call Jackie Christie. Absolutely. But to me, it sounds like you got some resentment towards Doug. And that's why it's like, I'm upset that I'm not going to be near him and I'm not following behind him like I did the past 30 years of our life. But now I'm about to focus on myself. And she's not being honest enough to say that that's how she's feeling. But I feel like that's what she's doing right now. I think that's what she's doing. Okay. I don't believe a damn thing that Jackie says. I don't either. That's why I never know what to believe. But it's the energy behind what she's doing. And I also feel like there's a level of her that thought that at this point in she and Doug's life, it would be more about them and not him doing. Because when she said he's traveling now more than he did before, I was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. But anyway, Duffy and the baby go see Brandy. They're shopping. Duffy lets her hug the baby, but snatches her daughter back like, bitch, you are not going to steal my baby. Did y'all notice that? The way Brandy was looking at her baby and the way Duffy went and grabbed her baby back. Did anybody notice it? It was giving, bitch, you are not going to steal my baby. Thank you. That's what I felt. I could be tripping, but that's what I felt. Anyway, Brandy tells Duffy she would tell everyone else she and Malaysia are cool, but she isn't. Brandy doesn't trust her. She's not the same. Nobody's the same. Duffy says she knows she's known Brandy since she was a child, so she knows she's a real friend. Brandy wants Malaysia to be LaQuisha. I said you didn't have a problem with Malaysia being Malaysia when she got you on this reality show. Because we didn't even know her real name was LaQuisha back then. Malaysia and her homegirl Ashley meet up to bowl with their kids. I was like, okay, come on, thought moms. Okay. I'm not mad. Listen, girl, I'm gonna dress however the fuck I want to. So I don't begrudge the thought moms. But I was like, girl, why you want that to the bowling alley? But anyway, she's also connected to the league in some respects. Her kids play with Malaysia's kids and something, girl, I don't know. Gennaro asked if his little sister needs buffers and she gets sad. I was just kind of like, okay, I don't know what's going on with the children, but I'm not going to delve too deeply into it. They're children. Ashley talks about struggling with her business and Malaysia talks about struggling with the kids. Basically, Ashley is coming on as one of the girls that's fucked one of the main cast members' men at some point or another, and we're just going to continue to pick on Lil Angel, okay? Angel is making a dress for Jen's launch party. Or outfit for Jen's launch party. So Jen wants to wear white so she can give Snow Squirrel because that's what she looks like. A little chipmunk in white. Angel doesn't know if she wants to come or not because she doesn't want to be involved in any stressful situations. Angel should have stayed her ass at home. Jen's event comes and she comes in with her 80 inches of hair that are not for sale. And British was, dressed real regular. I said British, why you dressed like it was a couple of them that was dressed just real regular. And I was like, why are you wearing a t-shirt and tights? Like, can you put on a real outfit for this event that's being filmed while Jen is walking in with 80 inches of ponytail being carried behind her like the fucking gazelle she is? Like, it was just, I was like, British is, something's going on with British. And I feel like all of this shit that we seeing is not about Malaysia. It's about British. Okay. So Jaylani is there to support Jen. That was cute. She says he's a breath of fresh air and he's super supportive. Meanwhile, Jackie is on set of her movie and Doug sent her some flowers. That was really sweet. She's playing a messy neighbor in a Christmas movie. Angel makes it to Jen's launch and you see the shift in Ashley's energy when Angel gets there. Angel knew who Ashley was, spoke, but did not, stop to, like, I'm not, I know who she is. Hey, whatever. Jen brings out her hair. Okay, the hair she can't sell. She's probably going to rent it out to somebody. Like, if you have 80 inches of hair, you're probably going to rent it out to Nicki Minaj or Cardi B. Whenever somebody wants a really, really long weave for a video shoot or something like that, or for a red carpet, they'll call her to rent out that hair. She's basically trying to do what Marlo does, but with hair. Okay, got it. And then also selling really good quality to everybody else. It's kind of smart, Angel. Jennifer. It really is smart. Jennifer doesn't fit this group. No, she doesn't, but she want to get her check. Jen should have launched a fashion line and hair products. I definitely feel like Jen should have done something in fashion, but I feel like Jen, whatever Jen does, I'm just gonna hope for the best, because I feel like there's a part of Jen that doesn't want to do anything, but she has to in order to live. So, you know, she's just doing shit, and we'll just see what sticks. Malaysia asked Ashley how she's feeling about the girls, and she says they're nice, and then says she knows Angel, and then she says, yeah, I used to date Angel's baby father, Tariq, whoever, the basketball player, so I don't care. She asked her twice, so we're to believe in this moment that Malaysia doesn't know, but from what I understand on social media, it's already been put out there that Malaysia was made aware of Ashley's connection to Angel's baby daddy at the bowling alley, and she's pretending as if she didn't know about it. So basically what we're coming to the conclusion of is Malaysia is really good at lying and pretending like she doesn't know something when she actually really does. And with that being said, why does anybody like even give her the energy? Why does anybody even give Malaysia the energy at this point? Like, I don't get it. Like, if you know that's what she's gonna do, just clock it and move, you know, and move on. Jennifer worked like 25 million. Okay, well, she was making it seem like she don't have no rich man to take care of her, so she needed to make her money. And she's back on, you know, Basketball Wives, which unless you're promoting something, I don't see why she would do it. So yeah, to me, it seemed like she may have money. That may not be exactly correct, 25 million. That may be what she had upon her divorce settlement like 15 years ago. But, you know, who knows what it is at this point. Either way, I don't think she's struggling, but I also feel like she's at a point where she knows whatever she has left over ain't gonna last if she don't have something else coming in. Jennifer comes for money. Then somebody tell me why she's on the show selling hair that she can't sell. Tell me. Because she's bored. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. Jen gives me trophy wife and unashamed about. But you heard what she said on the show. I don't have a rich man to take care of me, so I got to figure out a way. That's what she said. So everybody that's talking about she got all this money and she come from money, talk to her about that, because I'm just saying what she said on the show, which is that she needed to make money, which tells me that you don't have nobody else to take care of you. What you making businesses for and being on dumbass reality shows that you don't even need to be on because you don't fit into the group anymore for? Like, what are you doing all of that for? Like, that's a lot of dumb shit if you really don't have to do it. Like, anyway, so Duffy asked Angel about Ashley. Like, it's obviously being produced at this moment. They know her from social media, and Duffy says that her guard is up because, you know, whenever we bring new folks around, we trying to figure out how they connected to everybody else. And Duffy says that, you know, she doesn't know Ashley. See, I don't really want to talk because I don't know her like that. Duffy, why are you so fucking rude? Like, and I feel like Duffy is only rude like that when she has like a group around her to back her up. Because when she's by herself, I don't know if I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I feel like that's how she feels, or how she would react if she were one-on-one with the person versus in a room with all of this battery in her back. Okay. They questioned Ashley and Malaysia about how long they've known each other. She was like, a while, which felt like you ain't known that bitch long enough. Angel confirms knowing ain't Lord. Angel confirms knowing Ashley, but she's like, you know, she's indifferent. She's not showing it any, she's not giving it any energy. So for me, if Angel isn't giving it any energy, why is everybody else now taking it as a moment to attack Malaysia? Let Angel speak up for her fucking self since she won all this respect. Demand it then. And if you have an issue, then say you have an issue before Duffy to get the battery in her back. Then British start going off on Malaysia, talking about how weird she is. It's the second time you done brought somebody around to have beef with somebody in a group. It's like, Ashley doesn't have beef with him. I mean, Ashley doesn't have beef with Angel. They just fucked the same basketball player. We're in Los Angeles. That is not hard. It's not hard. Some of y'all have probably fucked the same nigga at one point or another if y'all were in the same age group. But y'all, y'all sparsed out all over the age group that y'all may not have fucked some of the same basketball players. But it doesn't matter because at one point this show was full of bitches that had fucked Shaquille O'Neal. So I'm just looking at all of y'all like, y'all really gonna sit up here still getting mad about finding out that these niggas y'all was with ain't shit and getting mad at the women who come around? British said she didn't know Brandy. British, is talking to Malaysia, and Malaysia was saying, I didn't know. And she was like, you didn't know that Brandy daddy died. You didn't know that Jen had an issue with Zell. Ashley says something and everyone shuts her down. I don't know why, but whatever Ashley said, everybody was like, well, we're not talking to you. We're talking to Malaysia. It's not about you. It's about Malaysia. Ashley says, turns to Angel and says, listen, but you're pregnant. So, we need to just let this go and move on. Like, there's nothing to discuss. Like, why are you sitting here getting yourself upset over the fact that a nigga you not with no more fuck me when y'all weren't together anymore? Girl, what are we talking about? Why are we upset about that? I don't understand, y'all. I really want y'all to stop being territorial over dick. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop being territorial over dick, especially dick that's for the community. Some of y'all know that y'all are married to or are in relationships with community dick. It's a sacrifice, but you know it. So deal with it and stop being mad at the women around for doing exactly what you did before you became, the head. Okay, before you became head of all the hoes. Like, or however you want to talk about it. Anyway, Ashley says something, everybody shuts it down. Yeah, okay. Brooke feels like it's about Malaysia bringing folks around that the other girls have issues with. Malaysia gets up and walks away. Brandy is like, why are you leaving? So I'm supposed to sit here and take all of y'all ganging up on me for y'all satisfaction. That's what you want me to do, right, Brandy? The right thing to do is for me just to sit here and take getting shitted on by a whole bunch of bitches. Is that what I'm supposed to do? I'm sorry, y'all, but I was kind of on Malaysia's side, even though I feel like Malaysia did this shit on purpose. I feel like Malaysia is doing her job. I feel like Malaysia knew that she was showing up with Ashley so that Ashley and Angel could have some type of conflict. Not so everybody could flip it on her and act like she's the one that's, really being messy. And that Zell situation was another moment where I was like, well, we all know that they're friends. Like, everybody knows that they're friends. So she could have brought him around just to have backup against them people. Like, so what? Like, so what? I feel like they're trying to frame it in a way that makes it more about Malaysia when we know this is production, this is Basketball Wives. We know that that's what this is. So for them to like take that standpoint, totally ignore the girl, but let's go at Malaysia because Malaysia's always bringing weird people around. And I'm just supposed to sit here and take y'all dumping on me. I'm not saying she's innocent. I'm just saying she's doing her job. And like, I don't have to sit here and get shat on by all of y'all at one time. I feel like she knew. I feel like Malaysia definitely knew, but I also feel like I'm tired of y'all being mad about that. Like, why are y'all all still getting mad about being in the vicinity of hoes that y'all hoe-ass niggas have slept with? Like, it doesn't even make sense to me. Like, when Brandy says, if y'all bring a bitch around me that ever fuck with Jason, it's going to be a problem on site. And Malaysia was like, damn, bitch, I thought we was getting cool. And you're actually helping them shit on me even more by, making it worse. And I kind of felt like, Brandy, you probably run into people that Jason has fucked at the grocery store, at Walmart. Like, you probably run into women that this man has fucked everywhere that you go because he's fucked so many women. So the idea that we're all going to be able to keep the 341 plus women away from you when we all know how small these basketball whole circles are, child, please. Malaysia got up, came back. Her and British were going back and forth. British is saying she full of shit. She a weird ass bitch. Malaysia came back, got her person, Ashley, and was like, stop talking about me like that. You don't know me like that. At some point, they sit down and then they stand back up and then Malaysia gets up and walks away. I don't know, but I feel like British was on one. Malaysia had walked away and British is screaming about how she a weird ass bitch and Brandy is stupid for even dealing with her. She weird as fuck. I'm like, no, bitch, you're weird as fuck. You're weird as fuck. You are way too upset right now. This ain't had nothing to do with you. You are way too upset right now, British. You really are. And Lord Brandy, like Jason has fucked the earth, and you're out here like, don't bring the earth around me. Girl, if you don't like have a come to Jesus with the fact that that's who that nigga is, why are y'all still pressed behind these women? Make it make sense for me. These women trying to come, y'all all sound pathetic to me. Your man is the problem. These women are just doing what they do, just like these niggas do what they do. Now, what you gonna do? You just gonna sit there and take it and blame everybody else? Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, Brandy, do what you want to do. All right, British, do what you want to do. The fact that you even still considering going back to that nigga who you had a baby with, girl, I don't even understand, British. Like, you need to go to therapy. You need to be in therapy twice a week, girl, talking to somebody about your self-esteem issues and why, you know, you want to be in relationships with old, dirty dick, retarded looking ass niggas who look like they can barely form full sentences. And all they do is antagonize you and piss you off. Girl, it's sad. I want better for y'all. But that's all, y'all. That's all that happened. Honestly, they are all too old to behave in this manner. It's gross and so counterproductive. Thanks for watching. So we don't have to. That's the only reason I do it, girl. Yes, they always matter than Angel. Also with the meme playing guard dog for her. Child, I'm tired of Angel. I'm tired of Angel and her forever victimhood. If you want to be in an abusive relationship with Rockstar, do that. If you want to bring your sensitive ass pregnant on this fucking show so you can be, you know, screamed and yelled at and all of that other shit, then go ahead and do that. Ain't nobody about to keep, you know what I'm saying? Like taking this, oh, let's defend Angel. And then it's always like, let's defend the defenseless white girl. Like, that's another thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, Angel is like the only non-black person on the cast. And she has to be the one that the black women do this guard dog shit for. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of it at all. They're mad at Malaysia because she stayed on the show after Shawnee, Evelyn, and Tammy iced she and Duffy out. I want them to get over it. Malaysia is going to get her check. Malaysia is going to get her check. And honestly, I have a little more respect for Malaysia because I feel like Malaysia at least left Gennaro. You know what I'm saying? At least left Gennaro, at least went out there and tried to like have something for herself versus watching Brandy stay with an ain't shit ass nigga and then bite everybody else's head off because she don't want to deal with that. Child with Rockstar of all people. Girl, you know I still can't get over the fact that she got pregnant for him. I still can't get over that. All right, y'all. So there are like a few things that we can talk about quickly for the BondyBlue show. Would y'all like to do that? Very quickly. I can't be on here too long because I have to work out before this meeting. And then I'm going out. And because of how stressful today has been already, it will definitely be for beverages. Okay, so I wonder how long I'm going to have to wait for him to send me that. Okay. Hold up, y'all. Hold up, y'all. Y'all like the video? Okay. Sorry, y'all. All right, now let's get into Instagram. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. What's this? Y'all asked me about this. Somebody sent me this. What's this? Come on. Why is it not working? Hold up. Yeah, something wrong. I'm clicking on it and the shit ain't clicking. All right, let me see. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. All right. I did not listen to Lauren London's whole interview, No, because I don't know why. Because Real Wayani pulled it up and I still was like, yeah, I don't feel like it. Okay. Well, that's acting stupid. So let's try this again. Okay. And we're trying this again. Okay. I'm clicking on it, y'all, and it is not clicking. All right. I guess we're not gonna do this, girl. I thought we was gonna do this. But it's not working. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's do it like that. Okay, hold up.
And listen, if y'all see a teardrop, mind your business. I'm hurt, okay? Don't ever let the love or lust that you have for a man outweigh the protection and love you supposed to provide for your kids, y'all. I go to my cousin's house to see the new baby that she had 4 days ago, right? The baby smelled like a grown ass man been working. Yeah, I'm just my shorts. The baby smelled like a grown ass man, a 4-day-old. I've never smelled a baby that fresh and out of the womb smell like a grown ass man. Y'all, I'm not even gonna get into how the house looked, okay? I get home because I'm so bothered by the shit. I call my mama like, hey, I can't, like, I gotta see if she gonna let me get this baby. My mama like, okay, we'll help, we'll do whatever. Just see what she gonna let you get the baby. I call her like, listen, y'all got eviction, y'all got to move, you got other stuff. You got a 1-year-old, you got a 2-year-old, and now you got a 4-day-old baby. It's a lot. I don't see a bed. I don't see nothing for the baby. Literally, I don't see a bed, a bassinet, nothing for this baby, right? Keep in mind, neither one of them work, and y'all stand on housing. Y'all not in a predicament to keep making babies, and that's why I don't understand about y'all women. Y'all keep making babies knowing y'all don't have y'all shit together, and then y'all blame the world for not having y'all shit together. But you knew that when you kept fucking laying up and getting pregnant. Anyways, I call her trying to basically plead for her to let me get the baby, even if it's temporary, even if it's just for a couple months, just until they can get into a better situation, right? And I have a 3-year-old as it is, but I'm willing because y'all, I fell in love with the baby as soon as I fucking laid my eyes on the baby, right? The only thing she's saying is, oh, the dad is saying no, but the dad is the reason that they losing all their shit. The man toxic as fuck, okay? Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta get off that dick and get y'all shit together, okay? I would never allow a man or the lust that I have for a man override my protection for my child and the things that and being the best parent that I can for my kids. This is the same man that took shit and smeared it on the 2-year-old's face, y'all. And this girl refuses to allow anybody to help her with these kids. And it's so heartbreaking. Like, I don't get it. You get me saying? I'm so heartbreaking, y'all. And I'm y'all, I can't even talk. I'm so heartbreaking, y'all. The baby 4 days old. The baby smelled like it done set up under a grown ass man armpits, fresh off work. And the baby 4 days old. The house is filthy. I wouldn't dare walk in that bitch without shoes on. The kitchen, like, and I want they ass to see this. You listen.
Okay, so I'm gonna say what everybody else has been saying, which is that somebody called CPS. Somebody call CPS. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, my family good for going and get some kids. Like, oh, you can't keep them? Oh, you're not gonna take care of them? Oh, okay. So I guess I should call CPS and get them taken away from you, girl. When I tell you, my mama didn't threaten that on people a number of times. Oh, so you must want me to go call them people and come get that child taken away from you since you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. But when I tell you, we're not gonna sit while you allow these children to be extremely abused, putting shit on a 2-year-old's face. You laying up, the nigga laying up, he ain't got no job, your baby 4 days old, your house is nasty and dirty, you don't have a bassinet for your baby, and somebody coming there wanting to help you and you say no because this nigga don't want you to take the baby, girl, if you don't call CPS on them people and stop playing with us, call CPS and stop playing with us. She did call CPS, and CPS has removed the children to various family members. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. But you know what? I'm going to tell y'all, as much as y'all say, oh, they don't need to get on social media. Yes, the fuck they do. Yes, they do. Because they need to inspire the rest of the world who know they got people that's not taking care of their family members. They're not taking care of them children. They're not doing right by them children. Them children is in an abusive household, or they not being taken care of properly. Call CPS on them fucking people. I don't give a shit who they are in your family. I don't care. But you are supposed to be responsible for the children. Like, just keep it a buck. If you are aware that somebody in your family is not taking care of their children or allowing a man to abuse their children, if y'all don't call motherfucking CPS, but a lot of y'all be, y'all don't want the other family members to be mad at y'all. Fuck them. But I don't have a problem with her getting on social media and talking about it, because I feel like a lot of y'all think that it's okay for y'all to have these men controlling how y'all take care of y'all children. Oh, he they dad, girl. So what that mean? Because they the daddy, that mean they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do. Y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to wake up, because y'all gonna be these same old hoes mad because their children don't want to fuck with them, because their children, mad that you didn't allow niggas to abuse them. Or you've abused them. Like, Okay, so what else is going on? Let's go. I don't even know why, but let's talk about it. Hold up. I don't even know why, Lord. I don't know why. I don't know what for. But let's talk about it.
I just want to tell you, bro, like, thanks for recognizing me as a legend, bro. You're a legend yourself. And I mean, I'm gonna just keep it 1,000 with you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I love you, man. I love all your work, man. You already know what's going on, man. It's squad, but you're gonna have to really, really address the fact that you got bomb pussy. Bow. You got to tell people the truth. Bow wow. Tell people the truth, bro. If you got bomb pussy, you got to embrace that pussy. Wow. You got to do things to let people know that your pussy is empowerment. Bow wow. I love you, Shot. But I want you to know that my response to you being, doing your show and stuff, congratulations, and your little, your concert you got going on. I want to let you know, man, when you get on stage, just let people know, yes, I do have some bomb ass pussy. Yo.
I'm sorry, y'all. That shit is funny to me. Okay. Since when legends gotta speak on what is that on fucking? I'm filming my new TV show as we speak and preparing for a sold out show at the O2 Arena for the Millennium Tour in London. I'm a 35-year-old father. I don't play them type games. You do know this Bow you talking to, right? I'm a boy, Damien. Nah, he bugged the fuck out, but it gotta be on site because he's really wilding. Tweaked out, but dude really need help. Nah, I'm saying that's why we ain't tripping on him. Nobody taking him serious. It's sad because he had potential to be great. It's sad, them drugs. Cause ain't no way, boy, dog. I'm just not seeing it. I've been wrapped up with work. I be chilling off the grid, not all on the net. Then I'll look up and be trending. Bow wow, shut the fuck up. Like, you ain't trended in a minute. Stop it. And the last time you trended, it was when you was getting online so that you can get attention from people. Please slow down, calm down, back up, sit back. Nobody asked you. They know who names they gotta say to go viral for 24 hours. Shit be crazy.
Bow Wow got some bomb ass pussy.
This is where it started.
Lil Bow Wow got some bomb ass pussy.
So I thought it was funny because somebody was like, maybe he thought he meant Lil Mama. I thought that shit was funny. Okay, so I'm gonna just say this. I know Orlando is going through something. Orlando is obviously one of those people that's gonna have like a lifelong struggle with drugs. You know, they get clean, then they go back. They get clean, then they go back. They get clean, then they go back. Yes. But to me, there's a level of sarcasm to this that everybody is missing out on. Like, I personally feel like Orlando is being funny. Like, Orlando probably got some type of beef with Bow Wow or some type of issue with Bow Wow, thinks that Bow Wow is bitch made, and decided to get on this interview and, you know, talk like he ain't got no sense and say that Bow Wow got good pussy. I felt like it was sarcasm. I felt like it was him basically calling Bow Wow a bitch. And especially after he came on after and was like, "You're a legend, you know, you're great, but you just got to let everybody know you got to stand in it. You have some bomb ass pussy." Oh my god, that shit is hilarious. Nah, I really think it was just him being like sarcastic, yo. Bruh, like, listen, I thought it was funny. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I also feel like Bow Wow is probably one of the you know, shout out to Cynthia G. I'm addicted to boys. Like, I feel like Bow Wow might secretly be one of the dudes that like dudes and don't want to be honest about it. And I think that Orlando has been kind of speaking about that recently, like him talking about Nick Cannon. Now, you know, with Bow Wow, to me, it makes me feel like Orlando has been around a lot of the black men in Hollywood that like men and like to have sex with men, but don't want to be honest about it. And I feel like he is in some way trying to out them. Like, I thought it was funny. Yeah, no, I know the whole interview was like a joke. The whole interview that he did, it would seem like what am I saying, y'all? Help me. It all seemed like satire, like making fun of people doing these interviews. Yeah, no, but anything he says, y'all, I believe there's a level of truth to it for the most part. Like, anything that he says, I'm going to listen to, like, just kind of with a little bit of an open ear. So to me, I feel like Orlando has been speaking a lot about how he, you know, there are a lot of men in Hollywood who like the, you know, I'm addicted to boys, you know what I'm saying? They just not honest about it. And I think Orlando is outing people, being sarcastic. You know what I'm saying? And I do think, and I know that that entire interview was satire. It wasn't like a real interview, which is why it was hilarious to me. Cat Williams vibes. Yes, always been like a area of truth to that, right? And honestly, y'all, Bow Wow kind of like, I can imagine Bow Wow fucking with dudes in private, which is why he's so toxic with women, because he doesn't really want to be with women, but he doesn't think he can be with women. And because he's short with light eyes and light complected and probably already has this energy of having to not be seen as soft, I feel like, you know, but I could absolutely see Bow Wow having a relationship with dudes on the low. Yeah. It would make sense. And then also because he always got a whole bunch of niggas hanging around him. To me, if you notice from the episode of P Valley, if you got a whole bunch of niggas around you, nobody's going to think that you're gay if everybody looks like a nigga. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's people even responding. It'd be the responses too, because wow, this was so silly. If you're busy, why say anything? Exactly. Or I would have, even if you just responded with laughing emojis, you know what I'm saying? But he and Nick Cannon responded to the things that Orlando said, which makes me feel like I'm not so quick to throw Orlando away for what he says. The way he went off over Omarion at it. Who went over Omarion? Oh, you talking about Bow Wow? Word is, him and Lil Fizz used to be real close. I mean, listen. Oh, that's cute. Y'all cute. I'm gonna let it go. But anyway, let me see what else, because I have to get off here in a minute so I can go get my workout done. Because I'm trying to see if there's anything that I wanted to talk about that I did not talk about. Okay, here's the Lauren London thing, and then we'll talk about Khloe Kardashian, and then I'm gonna get off here so that oh yeah, and I heard they said that Nick Cannon released like a picture and an engagement ring saying that he's doing what everybody, you know, wants him to do, which is getting married to some anonymous racially ambiguous woman, we all think it's a music video or a movie. We don't think it's real. Like nobody thinks that Nick Cannon is actually about to marry somebody. And if he is, isn't that like funny? Didn't you just say that you wanted Mariah back a minute ago? Like maybe a couple of days ago, you just said you wanted Mariah back, and now you're online talking about how you're engaged and you're about to get married. Nick Cannon, go to hell. Nobody, I don't care. I know other people care. I don't care. Whatever. Let's talk to Lauren London. What's she saying?
I have another perspective on relationships, and you don't want to have that conversation with me.
Okay.
I think a lot of them are ego driven and they're not pure.
I believe that too.
So why would I take myself in this vulnerable state into my ego and I'm trying to get out of it? I'm in death of the ego space. Why do I need another? Why? Does that make my life complete? I'll never get married. Does that mean I'm not on purpose?
I need you to explain.
I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this one because I have a whole thing about it.
No, I need to know.
Okay.
I mean, that's not a small thing to drop. Like,
Okay.
because relationships are hard as fuck.
Absolutely.
Right. And so
Mine was
it was
very hard. Hell yeah.
because we make it like a fantasy in our heads. Like you
No.
guys had the perfect relationship. You were on the horse.
Listen,
we saw you on the horse.
We had
It was
pure
a-
love. We had pure love, but that does not mean that we were not human and our egos did not get attached in aspects of our relationship. But we definitely had pure love.
But you had enough intention to probably like dissect
Always.
or break down.
Always.
Okay.
Good intention.
But break that down for people
Yes.
about relationships and ego, and because some people probably don't even think about that.
No, and I didn't think about it until I wasn't in relationship anymore because of the death, right? A lot of times, not all the time, we are in such of in our ego that we are in possession of another person. We're not experiencing them. We're not totally loving them and letting them be free. We think we're supposed to be together forever.
Mm.
And that's not a spiritual relationship. Spiritual relationship is without the ego. It is we are together. I bring you up, inspire you, you inspire me. Now, if there ever comes a point where I'm not inspired anymore and that now I'm in my ego, now I feel I need to possess you. Now I feel the need to control you and you're mine. I'm in my ego.
Mm.
And that's not love. There's love in there, but now I'm operating more in my ego and not in my pure love.
Mm.
And I can say this because I operated from these spaces.
Okay, so let's talk about what she said. I've said this a number of times to you guys that I feel like a lot of the relationships and love that people have is about ownership, which is about ego. And it's about the person and how they relate to you. But something, and I'm just going to say this about myself, and this is how I understood what she was talking about. I learned a long time ago, it's not confusion. I learned a long time ago that when you love somebody for real, like you love them for them, you love them separate from yourself. So a lot of us only love people based off of how they make us feel. What it does for us to be around them. It's not necessarily about who they are as a person outside of ourselves, outside of the relationship. So when she's talking about loving somebody without ego, I believe what she's saying is when you really love someone, how you love them has to change over time. I'll use one of my exes as an example. One of my exes that I was in a relationship with in college, I still love that person to this day. Our relationship has shifted and changed over the years, but I still love that person. I'm still there for that person. That person is still there for me. Our relationship dynamic has changed. It is no longer sexual. It is no longer romantic, but I love them in such a way that how our relationship changed did not matter as long as they were still in my life in some capacity. That's all that mattered to me. I didn't have to be in a romantic relationship because I love that person that much. They can move on. They have, a whole family situation. I still love them. It does not change because it's not about what they do for me. It's about me loving them as a person. So I love them in their life away from me. I love them doing whatever that makes them happy. When I call them and I talk to them, is because we relate on a certain level. We understand each other on a certain level. They can depend on me in a certain respect. I can depend on them in a certain respect. But in the names of Ronnie, in the word of Ronnie DeVoe, it's all about placement. So yes, at one point, this person was the center of, you know, my world, which I feel like no longer will I ever make another person my center. But placement, meaning that I'm somebody's wife. So that person comes before everybody else after me. I come first, then Lyric, okay? And then everybody else comes after him, as far as I'm concerned, because I don't have any children. So to me, that's how my order goes as far as who gets reverence, right? Everybody after that. But I've been able to retain my relationships with people who I was in romantic relationships with, because I've always kept it a buck and said, I still love this person. This person is still my friend, but I am an honest person. So I'm going to respect our boundaries. I'm going to respect their boundaries. But essentially, that person is still in my life. Now, is that person in a relationship where they can be honest and say that? No. They're not. Their person can't accept that because their person is still in the mindset of I own you. You are mine. So I have to have control over how you are with other people, because if I can't control how you are with other people, then you must not really love me. That's not true. That's not true. Because as a person, I have learned that I can love somebody, you know what I'm saying, and still have to do what I want and need to do. And it doesn't change that I care, that I love them, that I feel for them, that I empathize with them, that I support them, that I pour into them positively. It doesn't change any of that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I understood what she meant when she says she's, you know, the death of an ego and taking your ego out of it, meaning that any relationship I have is going to be about what I need, and it's not going to be me being someone else's wife or someone else's object. I think what she's talking about is moving forward, my relationships will never be like it was with him, because I had to, she probably had to go through some type of like healing process just within herself because of his death. So yes, he died, and that's painful. But see, now I have to unwrap myself from him, and realizing that I probably was too wrapped up in him from the beginning, which is why dealing with his death is so difficult. So now I have to figure out a way to center myself in my life after the traumatic experience of losing my love. And so now I think moving forward, Lauren knows that because you can lose someone in that way, you can never, ever lose yourself in a relationship again. Because once that person is gone, what are you going to do? You can't even really function when that person isn't around. And y'all, I used to be in relationships like that. That's why I had to stop doing that. Like, y'all, very early on, like teenage years, I would become very obsessive about the person that I was with. Need to be with them all the time. Made them the center of everything. That shit is not healthy. And a lot of us do that and think that's what we're supposed to do, and we're not. So when we lose people that we really, really love, whether it's because they leave us or they die, whatever, when you lose somebody that you love like that, it does something to you where you have to now figure out, how can I not ever feel like this again? Y'all, the breakup that I had was one of the hardest things that I ever went through in my entire life, because I love that person so much, and that person still loved me. And I could not understand how we could feel this way about each other and still it not work out with us being together. And that's because some things just aren't meant to be like that. Sometimes you're just not meant to be in a relationship with somebody. It doesn't mean that you can't love each other. It doesn't mean you can't support each other. But you have to stop feeling jealous about what they do with other people and who they are with other people. So one of the greatest lessons for me was learning that regardless to if I was in a romantic relationship with this person or not, that person still viewed me on a pedestal, basically. The way I view that person on a pedestal. We view each other highly. We seek each other for counsel at certain times. So because we value each other in this way, it doesn't have to be the center thing. You see what I'm saying? The value is always there no matter what. So I don't have to worry or feel like I'm not enough. I don't have to feel like something's wrong with me because we're not in a relationship. No, because essentially I don't need to be in a relationship with you either. I need to be with my husband, who I have a healthier and, more fruitful relationship with. So I have to figure out a way to be able to have that relationship without it impeding on the serious, the marriage. And that's something that honestly I did before we got married. You know what I'm saying? Because that relationship was so long ago that she became my friend and he knew her, and the situation just was different. But it still helped me learn. And Lyric helped me learn that as well. Like, it's so funny how those two relationships, I piggybacked off of them, basically. I learned from the first one that you have to love the person separate from yourself. They need to be impressive all on their own without anything to do with you. And then upon understanding that, I was able to even look at my husband and be like, he's that type of person. He's somebody that is a gentleman and impressive and sweet and amazing all on his own, even without me. So I had to learn, and I learned that from that relationship. So now that's my friend. It also taught me that I am of value to someone in a way that whether we are together or not, whether we are, in the same state or not, I'm still that person for that person. So they can be in relationships, I can be in relationships, but we still love and have reverence for each other. And honestly, that was all I really needed in the first place. We sometimes try to fill holes that we have with sex or romantic relationships when that's not the connection that's really needed. You see what I'm saying? That's why I feel like a lot of people put way too much pressure on their partners to be everything, when really they need to have relationships with their friends. They need to have relationships with their family members, their mothers, their fathers, their sisters, their siblings, whoever is a person in their life. Notice how when women get in relationships and all of a sudden they stop hanging with their homegirls. There is a level of that happens that's healthy, and there's a level of that happens that's not healthy. Your life should not all of a sudden become all about that one person. It's not healthy. Even if they marry you, even if y'all have children, it's not healthy. So having other people in your life to take up certain spaces means that you are able to retain your own autonomy. And it means when a person leaves you, it's easier to deal with the fact that, okay, well, that person left me, but it doesn't change the fact that we loved each other. It doesn't change the fact that I was who I was to them. They are who they were to me, but we're not together anymore. And that's okay. We had our moment. The love is still there. The love will always be there. Now I have to move on to the next phase of life. You have to be able to accept those moments in life in order to move forward healthily. For me, anyway, it's just a lesson I learned over the years. Take with it what you will. Okay. Just had this conversation with my best friend a few days ago. We were meant to be lifelong friends and nothing more. My ex-boyfriend and I are great friends. I admire and respect. Yes, there are a lot of relationships that are like that, but because we live in this society where people, I can't have that, and he can't have no female friends, and this and that. Listen, at the end of the day, if you are who you are to a person, stand in that. And don't be moved because other people are in their lives as well. You see what I'm saying? Pay attention. Don't let people play in your face, of course. But understand, if somebody is playing in your face, you ain't playing me, you playing yourself, because now I'm removing myself because you thought I was someone that you could play with. That's all. That's all. And then you move away. But people should be able to have their relationships and their friendships without it seeming as if it is taking something away from your connection with the person. Man, I feel this to my core. I'm gonna have to run this back later. Love you, B. I love y'all too. Y'all know I be trying to come to y'all with the shit that I be learning in therapy, girl. Okay, look, they don't be coming to y'all with no bullshit all the time. And plus, I feel like a lot of these things that we talk about are things that, it's like real issues and shit. Okay, so very quickly, y'all, Chloe is having another baby with Tristan Thompson via surrogate. A lot of people think that he just had another baby on her and she's trying to save face. I saw that in the comments. Y'all, I don't know why we're still even talking about Khloe Kardashian at this point and Tristan. I don't know. Khloe Kardashian is having another baby with the same man with whom she broke up, Tristan Thompson, TMZ has learned. Multiple sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ the baby will be born via surrogate. We're told the birth is imminent within days. Another source says the baby may already have been born in the last day or so. So let's see. Neither of them has said anything about welcoming another child together publicly. They already share a daughter, True, and Tristan just recently had a baby with another woman back in 2021. Y'all know we talked about that. Mira Lee, I think that's her name. They broke up last December, so it's unclear when the ex-couple decided to have another baby, probably before the announcement of, because if that was the end of 2021, I feel like they probably had already sought to do this whole. They probably sought to do the surrogate thing then. But this is what I'm gonna say. Khloe has, y'all know Khloe has self-esteem issues. Khloe was, the ugly sister. And I'm not saying that because that's how I feel, y'all. I'm saying that's because I believe that's the way she feels about herself. Because as you've seen, she's done so much to herself over the years. Since breaking up with Omar, she, has changed her body type, her facial structure, her skin tone. Now they're going back to white women, to being white women. But essentially, Khloe can't get away from the dick, girl. She can't get away from the dick, not just yet. I think she's a glutton for punishment. I think that she understands who Tristan is and chooses to go back and forth with him. I think she does. I think she likes his penis. There's something about him that draws her. They already have a baby together, so she probably felt like, I don't want my kids to have a whole bunch of different dads. I want them to have the same father. I want another baby. I mean, I want to be with this nigga, but I would rather my sibling, my baby, have a sibling that's a full sibling of theirs than a half sibling. And because she's a woman with money, she probably felt like, hey, I can take care of my baby. It's not like I need him. So, and she has the family and her sisters and her mom and nurses and nannies and all of that around her. I don't have a problem when women with money want to have children and they're not depending on a man to be there as a father figure. That doesn't bother me, because I feel like essentially women set out all the time to have you niggas be father figures, and y'all still turn out to be ain't shit ass niggas. Y'all still turn out to use y'all children as a way to control the woman. Y'all still take out, your frustrations on the children because you're trying to, make sure that you're in some way controlling what the mother is doing. So essentially, I have no issue at all with her deciding to have another baby with this man. I'm just tired of hearing about them as a whole. I'm tired of hearing about him being a hoe. I'm tired of hearing about her crying about it and her sister defending her and then taking him back. I'm over it. Just admit the fact that you want to be with this man, even though he's a hoe. You're not bothered by him being a hoe. Let him do what he does. And you're just going to, be there whenever he decides to come over. And I hope that you're doing you as well. Like, why are we continuing to act like she's supposed to expect monogamy from him? Why are we supposed to, see her as some victim? Like, no, you want to be with this man regardless of the fact that he's community dick. You're not the only one. Congratulations. So I don't think they're really broke up. I just think that they like to keep up the pretense for the public. But I don't think that they're really broken up. I just think the terms and conditions of their relationship aren't exactly, they aren't the norm as far as most people are concerned. But I feel like a lot of y'all have those same arrangements. Y'all get cheated on and y'all act like y'all don't care or y'all don't see it. Versus being like, yeah, that nigga do him, I do me, we still go together. Now what? Like, a lot of y'all aren't being honest, but y'all are kind of going along with that same type of arrangement. And then y'all see Khloe and y'all like, oh my God, she's so stupid. And it's like, well, she's rich. So, it doesn't have the same stank on it, Yeah, I wish Hollywood Unlocked and Neighborhood Talk would stop posting them as well. They post them so much. She's making a choice. She's a rich lady who wants another baby and wants them to be whole siblings. I don't care what she does. She doesn't care what he does. Okay. That's me, girl. You are me and I am you. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on to this next and last story. So I can go ahead and get off here and get this workout done.
Before I went on my first Rolling Loud, before I went on stage, probably an hour or two before I went on stage, I was told that I was an ain't shit artist. I was told that I don't work hard enough. I was told that I wasn't good enough. So imagine it's me in my hotel room. It's me, my dancers, day dance coach, and my DJ. And I'm in that bitch bawling my eyes out because a motherfucker that I look up to, my own CEO, just belittled me and told me how much of an ain't shit artist I am. And this is my first Rolling Loud. You know what I'm saying? This is my first Rolling Loud. So I'm still getting dressed, still trying to smile for the camera and be cute and do all of this. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to say that with this wig, it's given gutter. The wig and all of this makeup is giving gutter. Now the picture of her over here on the side with her natural hair, not so much gutter. Let's continue.
And it just really fucked me up because everybody just telling me like, it's cool, Kilo, just keep going. So I get on stage, you know what I'm saying? Ain't none of my team there. Ain't nobody there with me. Ain't nobody was there with me. The only people that was there with me was my DJ, the people that did my hair, and the dancers. And I'm on stage with that replaying in my head, back and over and over, how I don't work hard enough, how I'm lazy, how I'm complacent, how I'm not this and how I'm not this. This was my first Rolling Loud. This was supposed to be the time of my life. You know what I'm saying? And so it really hurt my feelings. It really fucked me up. And then so when I performed, nobody was there with me. Nobody was there with me, bro. You know what I'm saying? So later on, you see me get on stage with them. You know what I'm saying? This was when they threw the money and stuff like that. But we really wasn't cool. Like I really was in my feelings because you just belittled me. You just told me how much of an ain't shit ass artist that I was. You know, and I'm lazy and I work my ass off. You know what I'm saying? So I still get on stage. I still go do whatever I need to do. But mind y'all, I really didn't even want to be there because it was like, imagine, like I used to want to fucking be on Rolling Loud so bad. Like I used to look up, like I can't wait to be on Rolling Loud. I can't wait to be on Rolling Loud for my first Rolling Loud to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Still smile for the cameras. Still did what I had to do. Still, you know what I'm saying? Kept my head up. Still went crazy. My first mixtape, you know, it really hurt my feelings because if you really know me and if you was really around whenever everything was all good, I was repped out. It wasn't nothing you could say to me. I worked my ass off. I stayed on this bitch all the time. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never got on the internet and said none of that shit. Even all the way down to my first Rolling Loud, when that shit broke my soul. That shit broke my soul to be told that I was lazy and I was complacent and I didn't do shit as a fucking artist on my first Rolling Loud. That shit fucked me up. Imagine you being on stage, brother. So I still didn't get on the internet. I never got on the internet. When the gun was pulled on me, I didn't get on the internet. Nobody ever asked me, was I okay?
A gun was pulled on her? Y'all gonna learn to stop defending these old, baby bop, big teeth, big head, little body having ass niggas. Y'all gonna learn to stop defending them. Y'all gonna learn to read the whole facts. Stop thinking that him disrespecting women because they hoes means he won't disrespect you. Stop it.
It's hella shit that I done went through. Police didn't put Draco to my face when I'm with y'all. I didn't got shootouts with y'all. I never got on the internet. But now I'm the op because I said that in my rap. I'm the op because I want to tweet like, damn, I'm doing everything by myself when I was. My first Rolling Loud, before I went on stage, probably like.
And that's how it is. And that's how I didn't say her purple hair wasn't pretty. I just said that the look as a whole, it looked like gutter. Gutter is very pretty. So I don't know why everybody like her hair pretty. I didn't say her hair wasn't pretty. I said the hair is giving gutter, meaning the wig and the baby bangs are giving gutter. She looked like gutter. But then over there with the natural hair, not so much looking like gutter. Not so much. It's a little softer. Yeah. And I say this all the time. I feel like, y'all love having straight hair, but sometimes it make y'all look older, and natural hair sometimes makes Black women look younger. But that's just my personal opinion. The baby is extremely abusive. Honestly, the way he gaslit and mentally and verbally abused Danny Lay in that apartment with the baby that night, her and their baby, that's solidified for me what's happening. And I feel like a lot of y'all don't know, when y'all hear men speak a certain way, that it's basically telling you the type of man that they are. That's why I had to break down that conversation that Diddy had with Carisha on that live, because I wanted y'all to understand that when I hear certain things, when I hear men speak a certain way, it lets me know what's going on with them mentally, and that they aren't someone I'm safe with, because I can just hear it. I can hear with the way they talk. It's posturing, it's fake shit. It's a lot of gaslighting, it's a lot of bigging themselves up, it's a lot of deflecting, not actually being accountable, not being direct, but just saying ignorant shit that makes them feel better about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the way he was rocking the baby and chewing that fucking gum, like all of that shit with the baby, like kind of let me know who he was. But outside of that, when he decided to go and get on stage with Tory Lanez at that Rolling Loud show right after Meg Thee Stallion came out, you know, that for me, oh my God. Don't you hate when, like, months ago you sent somebody some information so that they can do something, and now they're telling you it's going to take 10 days to do something you asked them to do months ago? Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Let me just go ahead and calm my nerves down. Oh, girl. When I tell y'all, I am so tired of people handling, you know, because they always want to assign you somebody, and they never want to assign you somebody that can speak complete English, that can understand, that's not like, you know, old and senile. Like, it's extremely annoying to me to have to email somebody twice over the course of a couple of months about something that should have just been easily done. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's going to take 10 days, even though I talked to you about this months ago. Oh my God. Okay. Child, I am like, it is coming up. And it's like, I just cannot. I cannot. Damn, I agree, Bondi. And people excuse his behavior with Danny Lay because of anger over her comments. Two things can be true at the same time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Stop doing for these men and protecting these men when they have shown time and time again they won't do the same for you. Shout out, sis. Shoot out, sis. Really? All these lollipop gill dudes are garbage. Aren't they though? Aren't they though? Oh, Lord, y'all. But yeah, she's saying he dogged her out and all she was his artist. I can't even imagine what he do to the women that he has sex with. Oh, I can, because we've seen how much he disrespects all of the women he has, you know, children with and all of that shit. Okay, listen. I appreciate that. Stay hungry. My nerves are so bad right now. But I'm going to go, y'all, because I got to go get my workout on. I hope y'all enjoyed the live today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share my video with your people. Let them know that you were here and that they should come and see me too. All right. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And, you know, make sure y'all following me everywhere. Peace out.